we share that in common, you know, coming from the inner cities and having challenged family lives or whatever to overcome, which is why I started, you know, Making Kids Win, my foundation that I run with my nephew, Dominic DuPont. The foundation that I started shortly after I got invited to the White House to speak with then President Obama. And I left there feeling a little inspired. I basically asked the question, how come all the people from my community make the same bad choices? How come we're always not reaching our fullest potential?
It's a better day, I tell you that for real. It's a better day.
In Brooklyn, I aim to do trauma counseling through the arts, which is what I will bring. They're learning a skill, something healthy, and they're becoming entrepreneurs.
It's the NBA. Welcome to our Sunday night broadcast here on 2K Sports. In this one, we'll see the Philadelphia 76ers against the Atlanta Hawks at State Farm Arena. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Kevin, even though starters are important, those great sixth men have been the key to so many championship teams. Think about the likes of Andre Iguodala, Manu Ginobili, Lamar Odom. And still, with some, there's a stigma to coming off the bench. Iguodala said it's ingrained early, but in particular, he said, in the NBA, it's I need to get paid like a starter. And guys, that's a sacrifice that not many are willing to line up for.
David Aldridge, thank you. A look at the 76ers starting group. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for the Hawks, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. And it's Capella in at the pivot spot manning the middle. A lot of teams with a lot of new players, Greg, this time of year can be a real challenge to mesh.
No doubt. You know, getting everybody on the same page sometimes, it can take time. And then you have to build that trust. Weathering the storms together will obviously help you do that.
So Philadelphia will get the first possession. Richardson outside. Back to Simmons. And they double up Simmons. Horford kicks to Harris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pulls up, high post, drained for 2 points. Harris has got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for the 76ers. Passes it to Hunter. It's Young on the wing. Banked in off the glass.
Young working hard on the defensive end that time.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And you gotta love a team that can maintain its composure on the road. Take good shots and knock them down with confidence.
Well, awesome to see in that last game how the motion in their offense didn't stop because they were in some hostile territory.
Here's Collins. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. Collins against Embiid. Capella kicks to Hunter. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Herter. Here's Collins. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Yeah, that's where John Collins sets up shop down in the paint. Quick and athletic. Able to corral the miss.
And what was once a weakness for Collins, now a strength. His defense has taken huge strides since the start of last season.
And I think a young player like John Collins learns that blocks are not just a statistic that reveal how good you can be defensively. It's about positioning. It's about communication. And John Collins wants to be more complete on that end of the floor. You just can't take Trae Young lightly from anywhere on the floor. These kind of shots will help him get into a rhythm.
Outside, Simmons. Again, Philadelphia.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
The Hawks trail by 3. Young looking around. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
Harris passes to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And this is how Simmons puts up points. He challenges you close at the rim more often than not, having the physical advantage.
Now, here is Young. He's coming off a 37-point game against Orlando.
Yeah, but there's always this point you got to look at where did he also impact the game. It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there.
76ers have gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. Pass to Harris. Lets it go with the 3. No good that time. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Here's Young. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Man, sometimes there's dunks and then there's mean dunks. That was a mean dunk.
Herter passes to Hunter. Back to Herter. Now, here is Young, guarded by Simmons. And there's the pass to Collins. Over Horford. And it's sent back by Horford.
Well, a level of engagement that Horford brings on the defensive end every night is impressive. Terrific block there.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Alec Burks comes in for Richardson. And it's Mr. Clutch in for Al Horford. Here's Young. And a miss there off the inbound.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Here's Young. After the made shot from Mr. Clutch. Jones kicks to Young. Rebound by the 76ers.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And with off-the-charts awareness, Simmons makes plays that others simply don't see.
Philadelphia shooting their first foul shot of the night. So for the Hawks, Labissiere's checked in for Collins. And it's Teague in for Young. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Simmons. Free throw off for Mr. Clutch.
And of course, we know the history between Cobb and Jr. These two seem to have their fates intertwined. They're always going to be connected.
And Greg, now the 2 rookies are playing for the same side. They've been competitive for so long, so it's nice to see them join forces. And Labissiere sends it back. Harris against T. The 76ers leading by 4. Burks in the corner. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Robinson's checked in for Philadelphia. And now another look at that mobile 1-block defensive performance.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Now here's Teague. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Orlando. Here's Park. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table. and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Both good from the line that time. Here's Mr. Clutch, coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. Pass to Thibault. Here's Mr. Clutch, defended by Labissiere. Mr. Clutch, the pass to Embiid. Yep, that one goes.
And you've got to admire the toughness that Embiid plays with. He doesn't let fouls stop him from scoring.
You know, Greg, we can all agree that Joel Embiid's a superstar in the league with this play, but you get the feeling he's the most criticized superstar in the league right now as well.
You know, pundits and fans have questioned his fitness, his fit, but at the end of the day, he does get it done, and the numbers speak for themselves. Embiid's an outspoken guy, which can invite a lot of criticism.
Well, free throw drops for Embiid.
Really an underrated part of Embiid's game. Excellent as a foul shooter for a 7-footer, so you just can't hack away at it.
Now, here's Teague. To the wing on the left. Clock at 6. Passes it to Park. Fast break, Philadelphia. A shot by Burks. Nobody around. No good on the triple. The Hawks trail by 5. Inside. Here's Park. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Hawks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
And the first one drops. Cobby's checked in for Alec Burks. And so he makes both from the line. The 76ers leading by 3. Here's Mr. Clutch, and he banks in the layup. Mr. Clutch has got 6.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Pass to Teague. Jones dishes to Teague. A floater. He takes it up and lays it in. Teague's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
I love to take a picture of that floater from Jeff Teague. The D can't do anything to stop that.
Here's Mr. Clutch. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line. And he knocks down the first one. And the 76ers making a change here. Korkmaz is checked in. And Teague's got the ball here for the Hawks. It's a 5-point game. 44 seconds left in the first quarter. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. And Embiid pulls it down. Philadelphia leading by 5. There's Mr. Clutch. 8 points for him. And he dunks it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now here's Teague. And the pass to Jones. And he drops it in from the low post.
That's the kind of work you want your point guard to do. Sensational ball movement by Jeff Teague there to set up his man.
And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. We've got more in store for you right after this. And we spoke with Joel Embiid earlier. He hopes to set an example for those who want to follow in his footsteps.
Being from Africa, at the end of the day, you come here, you want to make an impact and, you know, share your story with everybody. And so he kind of pushes everybody back home in the whole continent to want to do the same thing.
Well said. Certainly, Greg Embiid puts himself front and center, willing to lead the cause on and off the floor.
And this is where his big personality helps. He has a larger-than-life quality that really just captivates people.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of it all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Atlanta, Labissiere out there.
Oh, man. Caution, flammable.
Nasty.
About the athleticism on that finish.
The Hawks trail by 6. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Clint Capella is a 7-footer in track shoes. He said, I always try to have that pace. Whenever I sprint, I have an impetus. I try to focus on that and keep my energy up. Guys, guards love big men who run the floor as hard as Capella. Back to you.
Hey, David, very athletic. Thanks. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Here's Mr. Clutch. 12 points for him. Again, Philadelphia.
Guys, his consistency in terms of has really helped them seize control.
Teague, the pass to Labissiere. Back to Labissiere. And that one, good.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work.
Here's Mr. Clutch. 14 points for him. Teague on the double team. Robs to Mr. Clutch. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Good. The Hawks trail by 4.
And Bones, with that Clint Capella trade last year to the Hawks, a bit of a surprise to me. We're able to land a young and talented center.
And maybe GA the perfect fit for how it is that their team is constructed around Trae Young. To be that pick and roll option, can finish above the rim, and is a good defender to protect the guys on the defensive end.
And the 76ers to their first time out here. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. He ends up dropping instance, making a difference from long range in this one. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, Trae Young, hey Trae, a slow start, but you guys bounced back. So what changed?
I think you're just getting back into the rhythm.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been one. In for Philadelphia. The 76ers have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. So on the floor for Philadelphia, the talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Mr. Clutch out there with Simmons. And it's Richardson in at the small forward. And so you bring it up for the Hawks. Trailing by 2. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2. Collins passes to Young. It's good. This game is all even. Young's got 22.
So in the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team, just fighting tonight. Yeah, they've only missed 1 out of their first 5 shots here in the second half, guys. Really moving well, ball snapping, and the shooting looks to be in great rhythm.
And then Collins slams it in.
And some of the dunks Collins can pull off are just awesome.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Here's Mr. Clutch at 14. Feeds it to Embiid. And Capella sends it back.
Quick off the floor, has that Capella there with the intimidation.
Hunter kicks to Young. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. For Clutch. Atlanta with the rebound. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Lead.
Well, we know that Trae Young is a phenomenal passer, which is why you just can't leave him open like that.
Mr. Clutch, and he could not get a lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Trae Young.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
76ers have shot a good percentage from the far. They've made 5 out of 6.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Matisse Thybulle checked in for Philadelphia. Burger Simmons. Park, that's good. Park's got the lead up to 2 now for the Hawks.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group.
Here's Mr. Clutch, and Jones sends it back. Young passes to Park. Burks pulls it in. For Philadelphia, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. For Philadelphia, they have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. Free throw for Thybulle. Labissi. 1:11 left in the fourth. Collins is out there with Clint Capella. Then there's Teague, and it's Young, and it's Park in at the 2 spot. So that's the...
It's in. Trae Young comes up huge this time, looking like the go-to guy.
Timeout called the 76ers. They're trailing by 5. 1:06 left to play in the final quarter. And now, let's balance player of the game, Trae Young.
It's a take charge brand of basketball he's been playing tonight. His point total tells you all you need to just how good he's been. And once he got going, their game plan really became simple. Just get him the ball.
And that you want to put at the line in these moments. He's not missing these.
The Hawks leading. Here's Park. To the inside. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And you gasp like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
5 seconds left to play here in the fourth. For 3, Harris. But they'll get another chance. Here's Embiid. And foul on shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Collins.
And who draws more fouls than Embiid? Very few, if any. Too much size and really too much skill to defend.
And you just have to understand that hours and hours of practice, free throws become easy.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Sort of reminding me of a little action here from his years with the Pistons. He's been that much of a force rebounding the ball.
You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 2-point ball game.
That's just clutch work, really. That's all you can say. A little bit of D now, and they'll be out of here with a win.
The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're down by 2. There's 25 seconds left in the game. On the sideline, let's catch up with David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on Lloyd Pierce talking with his team. He told them to stick with it. He said, this game is right. This is our game to take. Precision, purpose, and poise. Kevin, we'll see if they can get it done.
Whoa, the nerves on.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
And the 76ers call time here. The sit at 109. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Mr. Clutch, the pass to him. Horford dishes to Harris. And Embiid in the corner. Outside, Horford. Boom!
Well, the game is tight. It really helps having a player like Horford who rises to the occasion of leading a late-game charge.
Soviet taking the W in a close one here. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through.
And David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. So long.